You're listening to the Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Yeah, ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best, show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's something, don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always saying, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumper where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the ref just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever.
For all things Pelicans, y'all tuned into the Pelican post-game report. Much love to the fan. Appreciate y'all for being in this episode of PPR. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Shout out to the faithful. Pelicans lose late. The Warriors 104-96 in this one. First game of a back-to-back out there on the West Coast. Say you have the Golden State Warriors tonight, and of course the Los Angeles Lakers tomorrow. The Pelicans go down yet again in this one, man. Pelicans now fall to, 3-17 on the season. We're now 3-17, man, on the season. Zion did put up 25 points in 31 minutes. Not enough. We'll go over the stats. We'll have Coach Borrego's breakdown in the presser. So shout out to you guys as you're coming in. Please feel free to spike the like button as we get going in this back-to-back edition of PPR. Much love to the fam. Who that? Nola, Lavelle, Jacob, Slim, Jaden, YBNG, Don. What's up, Anthony? Shout out to you, brother. Fist of the Black Star. Much love. Romeo, Miggy. Much love. Appreciate y'all, family, for spending y'all valuable time here talking about the Pelicans. DC, welcome on in tonight, my brother. How you doing?
Whoa, what's happening?
What's up, Steph? Shout out to Steph as well, DC. DC, man, listen, man, before we stat prattle and get to James Borrego's interview, bro, let's kind of get into it early on about the Pels, man, and what went wrong in this matchup. Pelicans were very competitive with this team for 3 quarters, and then of course the fourth quarter came around with we kind of had some slippage, man, and maybe Pelicans having a little disagreeable mentality, loser mentality toward the back end of the games of learning how to finish these games. What you see?
Everything went wrong.
I'm gonna put your music on, DC. You want me to play your music, bro? Why you coming?
No matter what they do, it's like somebody dancing with 2 left shoes.
Yeah, man.
Bruh.
All right, good, dog.
All right, cut the music. I'm not trying to talk over this.
All right, go ahead, bro. You got it.
Yeah, man, they just can't get it together, man. They find ways to lose as usual. The Warriors tried hard, man. They tried really hard to let the Pelicans win this game, and they just refused to take command of it. That first quarter, they got up a lead. I mean, that 7-point lead almost felt like a 20-point lead, and they just refused to take advantage, man. Every opportunity they had, they kind of just squandered away. At one point, the Warriors were 3 of 23 on the night, man. 3 of 23. And the Pels were like 3 of 13, like right with them. Zion was pretty much a non-factor in the first half. Came out and was a lot more aggressive in the second half. But it's just like, I know Trey missed the game, with elbow soreness. Thought that was kind of weird. Is it about to fall off, or is it just hurting a little bit? What is that? I know that's the thing, but they had like no idea of what they wanted to do, to start the game, man. Who are you running offense through? Like, what are you trying to do? Like, it just was no flow to it, man. Just go out there and play. You couldn't get Queen going. We kind of needed some extra production from somebody. Fears did all right. He pretty much the only person hitting 3-pointers, him and Sadiq Bey. But other than that, man, it's just the same old Pels, man. They go out, actually get blessed by the refs, and are able to make it to the line, even though they got there like 30 times, I believe, or something like that. They were well-deserved trips to the line, though, because they was letting play. It was a physical game. It's a very weird game, too. But then you miss like 9-10 free throws. It's like, God damn.
I know. The free throws, bro. The free throws in the close game, man.
Anytime they throw on the bone, bro, they just find a way to like just make it not count.
Yeah. It's real. Some things, man, because Coach Brigg will talk about these things all the time, and of course the team gets to a point and they just don't execute it. Like they had enough scrap and fight with them up until later on, and that's when you kind of step up and take the game away. Then all these things started to break down. They started to giving up the shots. They started to allow people to get to the rim easily. It just everything started flowing and breaking apart. And despite Zion putting up 25, Sadiq had 21 in the game. But yeah, outside of those guys and Jeremiah Fears, nobody else was in double digits. I mean, we could have definitely used some more production. I mean, the bench battle, Golden State beat the Pelicans off the bench 44-27. So, I mean, that contributed too. So
the dumb pregame show, that's all I kept hearing about how good our bench. They scored 100 points in the last 2 games.
Today it didn't work tonight. So, I mean, it's that counts and adds in the close matchup. And like you mentioned, the 9 missed free throws, you can't have that type of stuff, man, when you're on the road and you're trying to close out a game and get a win. You make it real difficult on yourself when you are, like you said, blessed. We went to the foul line 14 times more than the Golden State Warriors in this game. 14 times more in their building. And missing those type of shots in that type of environment, it's just unacceptable. You got to hit your free throws, man. And we just couldn't do that. And of course, like I said, Steph Curry wasn't in there. So we it's just another loss. Another loss. Now they're 3-17.
Like a loss for words, right?
I am at a loss for words because it's starting to feel like I'm in a real bad episode of Groundhog's Day. But we keep talking about the same stuff. These people don't execute.
Well, guess what, Q? You get to
play. Get a chance to do it again tomorrow. Save some of this shit tomorrow. Yeah, this is real funny style. But anyway, let's hit the stats, decent. We'll climb more into it, man. Pelicans tonight, family. 32 of 86 for 37%. The Warriors were 41% shooting from the field, 38 of 93. Pelicans was 7 of 30 from downtown for 23%. The Warriors were 12 of 47 for 26. Pelicans went to the foul line 34 times. 34 times in the Golden State's building. Hit 25 of 34 for 74%. You gotta hit a higher clip of those type of things when you're on the road. They're free. It's a charity stripe. It's supposed to be easy. 16 to 20 Golden State from the foul line, 80%. The Pelicans did snatch 50 rebounds versus G State's 47. The assist game, just only 16 for the Pelicans tonight, 28 by Golden State. Pelicans 7-5 on steals. Warriors 3-2 on the blocks. Pelicans turnovers, 13 turnovers on the night with 11 points given up off. Warriors just 10 for 13 on their side of things. You can see the fast break point. Pels did win 16-3, lost the points in the paint 52-48. And you can see at one point we were up by 10 and Golden State was up by as much as 11. When you kind of cross over to the individual numbers, Zion Williamson led the day for the Pelicans with 31 minutes. He was 25 points, 8 of 16 from the field. He tried 2 3-pointers. He was 0 of 2 from downtown, and he was 9 for 10 from the foul line. So Zion was hitting a very high clip from the foul line when he got there. 7 boards, 4 assists, 3 turnovers for Zion in the day. Saddiq Bey was the second one. In 38 minutes, he led everybody in terms of minutes. He finished with 21 points on 7 of 17 shooting, 2 of 7 from downtown, 5 of 8 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal, and a block for Saddiq Bey, in big minutes for him. 36 minutes for Jeremiah Fierce. He finished with 16 points on 5 of 17 shooting from the field, 3 of 9 from downtown, and 3 of 6 from the foul line. 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals for Jay Fierce. You got to do better at the foul line, brother. And then, of course, outside of that, you kind of shift and see Derek Queen did play in the game, only 16 minutes, 2 points on 1 of 3 shooting from the field. He grabbed 3 rebounds. He had 2 turnovers. Not a very good game for Jay Fierce in small minutes. Bryce McGowan's in 26 minutes had 5 points on 2 of 6 shooting. He was 1 of 3 from the field with 4 rebounds, assists, and 2 steals for McGowan's. He was plus 10. And then off the bench, Kevon Looney got an opportunity to go back to his old surroundings. He played 10 minutes, 4 points, 5 boards, a steal, and an assist for him. He was plus 8 in a return. Yves Missi with 20 minutes. He had 9 points off the bench, 4 of 6. He had a double-double day for Yves today. Oh, actually, yeah, he did. No, just short of a double-double. I'm sorry, y'all. 9 points, 10 rebounds. He needed 1 more to get that from Yves. 31 minutes from Jose Alvarado. He was 7 points, 1 of 10 shooting from the field for Jose Alvarado. He just kind of struggled. Got all his points mostly from the foul line. He did hit 1 3-point.
I thought you about to say he got all his points last game.
He had 7 points on 1 of 10 shooting from the field. He had 1 3-pointer. He had 4 from the foul line, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. He had a couple of turnovers as well. And then Peavy in 32 minutes, big minutes for Peavy off the bench, 7 points, 2 of 8 shooting from the field, 0-2 from the downtown. He did 3 or 4 from the foul line, 5 rebounds, an assist as well. So this is some of the point production from the Pelicans. Like I said, not enough because of the rest of the Golden State Warriors. They had more of a balanced effort. Jimmy Butler had 24, 15 from Brandon Podziemski. 19 from Gary Payton, 2 off the bench, and then Kuminga threw in 10 points as well, 11 from Moses Moody, as the Pelicans kept it close until it wasn't, man, and another loss by the Pels, 3-17, and we face the Lakers tomorrow. We're still waiting for Borrego to come to the line. DC, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, man, another one, like my man said in the chat. It is feeling like DJ Khaled season right now, you know. But looking at this, I guess one thing that did jump out to me that wasn't bad. Zion didn't have a particularly great game tonight, a good game, but I did like what I saw as far as his ability to at least try and do more than attack and get a layup. Like, he took several mid-ranges tonight, didn't make as many of them as you wanted to. I think he might have took maybe 4 or 5 of them, and he probably hit like 2. Took 2 3-pointers. Didn't hit any. And that was a major thing. You know, I was saying last show, talking about him needing to expand his shot diet and actually take some shots. So it is encouraging to actually see that he attempted to do that tonight, man. And I think if we can get that version of Zion for the whole game and not just the second half of him attacking different ways, I mean, who knows, man? Maybe we're able to win this game. And the man did go 9 for 10 from the free throw line tonight, and he's been, one of the people causing us to miss free throws. Zion went 90% tonight. So you still need more out of your star. And I just like to see more of that aggression I saw in the second half from him. We need that all game. Like, it's supposed to be your team, bro. Like, I don't know, so maybe guys are packing it in. He's saving it for his next team, just trying to hit his numbers, because it is kind of weird that he did wind up with 25, 7, and 4. And I watched the game, and it wasn't really a 25, 7, and 4 performance from Zion. But he got good numbers to end the night. You got our man Sadiq Bey. He's going for that fourth double-double in a row. He gave 21 points, but he couldn't get the rebounds tonight. Fall short in that area. But nonetheless, thought he had a solid outing. And what more can you say about Sadiq Bey, man? He shows up every game. I don't think we ever lost a game. Well, I mean, shit, we got a lot of losses, but we haven't lost a game because of his individual play. Like, he hasn't done anything to cost us a game. Need to, hit the ones at the line, man. That definitely would have helped. Went 5 for 8 on the night. 2 for 7 from 3-point line. He ain't have it falling. But he was in there playing bully ball, man. Very smart, articulate ballerina tap toe bully ball, because he was attacking in there, man. But he was doing it strategically. So gotta love that. And my man Bryce McGowans didn't give you a lot of points, but I think if we had more offensive firepower, better players, he would look a lot better, man. Because this dude he don't really do nothing out there out the box, man. He just makes the right plays. Came up with 2 steals tonight, and pretty much after him, man, it's no positives. It's no positives after Jeremiah Fears. I mean, he had 16 points, but it took him 17 shots to get there. Pretty much one of the only people hitting 3-pointers. He had 3 for 9, but 3 for 6 from a free throw line, man, as a guard, like, you can't do that. You got just as many turnovers as assists. We got to figure something out with our rookie, man. I think we need to get some type of developmental coach, or just a point guard that's assist heavy to get in his ear. You don't expect him to have it all figured out at 19, but I just like to steadily see more improvement in the facilitation department from Jeremiah, man. Like, he gets the ball. I know he got to push pace because he's probably the fastest player out there, but it's just like for him to at least look for Zion. So, man, he don't even be looking for them dudes, man. He get the ball. He like, look, I'm just about to make it happen. And I don't think that's the mentality to have, man, as a point guard, even though we don't ever predict him to be like Jason Kidd or nothing. But he got to step it up in that area, man. But as a whole, the Pels got to step it up in a bunch of areas, man. We had Derek Queen tonight, and he got 16 minutes. He didn't really have anything going. No assists for Derek Queen, 2 turnovers. We couldn't really get a rhythm, and partially due to Yves Misi. He was actually playing pretty good tonight. Just on the defensive side and his rebounding prowess, man, Borrego's just been going with that. He ain't going to give you a whole lot offensively, but he going to do his damn thing, getting them boards and playing some hellified defense. So Yves is a bright spot as far as that, but as undermanned as we are, man, we should have been able to win this game. And another thing, like, what the hell is going on with Jordan Hawkins? Why didn't he play tonight? I mean, the last time he played, he had like 14 points. Anybody got any questions to why we got? I mean, any answers to why we got our ass whooped? Feel free to put it in chat, because the Pels just continue to find ways to lose, in my opinion.
All right, shout out to you, DC. Hoffa, big ups to you. Says Pelicans are the happiest losers I ever seen. Rookies shouldn't be the only players upset and getting Text. Yeah, they threw Jeremiah out of the game, but yeah, they are happy. I seen Jordan Poole and Eves was messing with Jordan Poole, and they was smiling, and I'm like, man. But a lot of this is sour Willie Green energy that's still permeating the walls there until they have a. Remember, this is his staff. These are his people that's ideal, that bought into whatever he was teaching. I think a lot of them will have to be cleared out. In a real disciplinarian, tough coach, we got to bring that guy in here. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that.
Stay cool. Nobody gets hurt. Take the money out. All of it. Come on. Wasting my time now. Come on. Come on. Stop stalling.
Shout out to
Appreciate you,
Hopper, man.
Alpha.
Appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, brother.
Big ups to the rest of the fam in the building as well. Much love to y'all. Steph, I see you. Much love. Good to see you, brother Hoffa. OG Jerry 504. Much love to y'all, man. Good to see y'all. Lex is in the building. Lex, how you doing tonight, man?
This much, bro. JGP Jr.
What's up with y'all? How y'all doing?
Oh, what's that, Lex?
Pretty good, Lex. We are talking about the Pelicans tonight, and that's pretty much what we're talking about. And we're talking about them in a loss. Any thoughts on tonight's episode?
Yeah, I have quite a few thoughts, as y'all always know, but I'm a keep it, I guess, short and sweet. As they would say in church.
Go for it. Go for it. We ain't heard from you in a while.
Yeah, shoot. I've been busy with my basketball team. Got basketball practice every day, and we have back-to-backs and shoot 3 games in 4 days and stuff like that. And I'm like, who made this schedule? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what I've been up to. But as far as with the Pelicans, this organization has been conditioned for a long time as far as having a losing mentality. I think this is even before Willie Green. But I'm looking at and this is one reason why I told, DC, BQ, I told you all that I don't even know about even Borrego. I was saying this, last season. I don't know we talked highly about him and that he was a better option. But really what I'm seeing is basically the same system that Willie had. So Willie was incorporating the Borrego offense. We just didn't look at it that way. We were going off of that one game against Dallas, right? That's the only game that we saw where we thought that was the Borrego offense. We haven't seen that since. I mean, we haven't seen it. So I'm looking at a lot of things, and it's like, this is no different from what Willie Green was doing. Borrego's doing the same thing. I'm not feeling the a lot of things that I wasn't feeling with Willie Green. I wasn't, I'm not feeling with Borrego either. So it's the same situation. Nothing's changed. Nothing has changed. Like literally the organization needs to clean house. And this is including Gail.
Hey, Lex, just a second. They got Borrego stepping up to the mic. Hold your thought, okay? We're going to get back to it because I won't hear it. But this is Borrego's take on tonight's action. Here we go.
All right.
Group tonight, the group fought. They competed. They never dropped us forward. So really proud of the effort. We just got to keep putting ourselves in those positions, period. Teams just don't figure out how to close overnight. That's a veteran team over there. In those moments, you're getting the defense's best effort. They're maxing out their effort defensively. We got to find ways to execute, and we got to learn how to grow in these moments. And you just got to go through it. I know everybody wants the fast result right now. The impatience is there. I'm going to stay committed to this team. I'm going to stay patient. We got to stay resilient and figure out, how to get here. But you look at the Denver game, the Memphis game, the Dallas game, the Chicago game, the Golden State game. Just keep putting yourselves in these positions. That's how you do it. There's no magic pill. There's no magic play. There's no magic, defense out here. You just got to go through it. You got to find a resolve or resiliency about it. And then, ultimately you got to execute. You got to make a shot. So we got a couple of shots there we liked. There were a couple of shots that we liked, and obviously it didn't go our way.
How much do as a coach? I know you want the this group in particular, do you like having again another chance at closing, another chance at closing, another chance at closing, in hopes of hey, we can point this out on film, teach, so that you can learn to do this.
Well, it's so tough in professional sports. It's a result-driven business, and everybody wants the result now. It's very impatient culture.
No, I don't agree with that statement.
Focuses on the process of doing this every day, building habits, building identity, staying committed to one another, building that is sustainable over time. And as you build through that, you learn, you grow.
That boy got Willie Green and David Griffin mixture in his speech. That one.
Yeah, I'm that's disturbing. Golly.
Where's the speed and violence?
Now they've conditioned him. That's what I'm saying.
He's been domesticated.
Yeah, he's been compromised. That's what that means. He's been compromised.
He's been affected.
It's a virus.
I mean, it don't even matter what he says after that, because that right there told me everything that I need to know.
So this explains it with the players. So they were excited to get him, and then now they're like, "Oh shit, Willie Green all over again."
Dogs are coming back, and we're gonna be a tough close for most teams. So
no, you're not. You're nowhere close to it.
For these young guys to go through this.
By the way, the sound is low because that's on the Pelicans side. I mean, that sound crew over there.
The audio. You know what, Big Q? The audio has been horrible for years, and they have not even addressed that. What does that tell you about this organization? Because really,
I think Gil running the boards.
If you look at the details, look at the small things. There's the small things are not even being addressed with this organization.
Well, I love the competitor he is, number one.
Even something as simple as the audio. That's ridiculous, man. I mean, this is a $1 billion corporation, and they can't get the audio correct. I mean, there's a whole bunch of people that ain't worth $1 billion that have better audio systems than they do.
Just like all of us, and
there ain't no excuse for that.
I liked his poise out there tonight. I liked his competitive spirit. So wonderful moments.
No, it ain't even a mom and pop.
Shoot, boy, say competitive spirit. What?
That's all he got. They ran his ass up out of there, and used to give pretty good thought process on.
Is anybody ever gonna be mad at losing? I don't understand.
I don't get it either, bro. I don't understand what the mindset is with this team and this whole thing about them losing, and they're gonna stay in the situation about people being upset because of being impatient, as he termed it. Yes, people are going to be impatient, sir. This team has been failing for a while now. You're 3-17. You've played 20 games and you only won 3 of them. You've lost 17 of the 20 games you've played. And although they did play better for 3 quarters. The game is to finish strong. 4 quarters, full quarters. I thought they would kind of do that in this game, but they systematically fell apart. And then commentators started leaning into the fact that they're missing Herb Jones and I'm like, man, I don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear that, bro. You take what you have on the court and win with it. But go ahead, Lex, finish up your thought and we'll move on.
I just want to go off of what you said. Man, everybody's dealing with something. Everybody's dealing with something, but yet you all want to blame the losing and not getting the results that you want to get on people not being available. Even if Herb was available, when Herb was available, I was about to say the N-word, but you chicken heads still weren't winning. You still weren't winning. It doesn't matter who's available and who's not available. The point is that y'all don't know how to do y'all's job. This coaching staff stinks. I don't like nobody on this coaching staff. I don't like Gail. I don't know about Joe. I mean, really, I feel like Joe is in a predicament. He's in a heck of a situation right now. And somebody just mentioned it. Somebody just Jaden Barton. He said season was over before it even started. And he's right. This season was thrown away before it even got started. And we kept saying that. Like we knew, we foresaw all this stuff. And it's crazy because, obviously you're hoping for the best, but I'll just say this, people can take it how they want it. This was never Zion's team. The Pelicans were never building around Zion. Like, I don't understand how you can have a generational talent and not utilize him at all. That is beyond me. I have never seen this in my life before. Never in my life have I seen anything like this. There's factions on this team. There are different factions on this team. Jeremiah Fears and Derek Queen, they the only ones, they consistently pass the ball to each other. I think they have a thing where, hey, man, I'm going to find you and you going to find me. They working together just fine. I don't know if anybody else has saw that, but they are always looking for each other. Jeremiah, I know everybody has high praise about him, and I didn't immediately give him high praise. He's a nice player. I like that he's fearless and that he's a go-getter. One thing that I don't like is that, he is really into what he's trying to do. Dude, guess what, y'all? Pelicans ain't gonna win games like that. You are not about to tell me that that the Pelicans are about to win games on the backs of rookies. You got to be kidding me. I am so tired of everybody. It's like, I don't know if anybody else saw this. I don't even know why Zion is even in the starting lineup. Can anybody tell me why I would say that?
So he could get his numbers, Lex.
So he can be good enough to be traded.
No one passes the ball to him. They purposely avoid him. Like, this is like an all-time worst. I have never seen that before. I have seen possession after possession after possession after possession after possession after possession after possession, and I'm not lying about this. After possession after possession after possession after possession, and I could keep going, where he does not even touch the ball. No one is trying to get the ball to him. There is no synergy between Zion and Trey Murphy. Trey Murphy has been compromised. I don't know what happened to him, but he is not the same guy. And anybody who thinks that he is, I think you're lying to yourself. Something is wrong with that dude. Sadiq Bey has become probably Zion's best teammate. Like, literally.
Lex, I got a question for you.
What's up?
Because one thing I see them kind of look off Zion, right?
Yeah, they do. Everybody does.
But
that's the culture of this team.
I ain't get my question though. Yeah, hold up.
All right, demande question.
Say it in Jamaican.
My thing is, why isn't Zion furiously demanding the ball? I just think about other players.
I've seen Zion.
They wouldn't go for that. I don't think he's aggressive enough about it. Him and Trey. Like, that, other players wouldn't go for that. Like, man, look, even if you do get away with it that game, we go in the locker room, we might have to fight. Like, you got to know. I'm serious about this.
Well, that's a point. I remember over here, Stalls used to punch their teammates in the eyes, DC, about that. He used to break jaws and bust eyes about that.
The ball, but it's like, how do you
it's on
like,
him,
why, so let me ask
can't
this.
Let him do it.
Why is it logical to play 4-on-5? If that's the case, it's like, if that's the case, because I know Zion plays with the second unit. And really, there's a lot of stuff. It's not just that, you all. It's not just that. I just think that's the weirdest thing.
I'm telling you, some of the stuff I see, if I was Zion, I'm going out. I'm taking 27 goddamn shots, whether they going or not. Y'all gonna know. Because you the best person on the team. Like, you can't let them do that. And then the rookies come in, they got it going. They getting comfortable. And I know you kind of want to nurture them along, but like he has to take command. At some point, he got to step up. If you're not going to be the vocal leader, you got to be the leader on the court. And that is in your control to not allow it. Would Borrego going to take him out the game? I don't think he would. And when you put me back in, I'm going to do the same thing anyway.
It's like he's on a minute restriction anyway. Which
he is, but I mean, he played 31 minutes tonight.
I still don't like his rotational minutes or anything.
Yeah, they still got that stupid shit where they put like 4 minutes and they take him out.
It doesn't allow him to get into a rhythm, man. I mean, that's just crazy to me. Why would you take out somebody and you're not allowing them to get into a rhythm? Like that's not how the game is played. You have to have time to get into a rhythm. Nobody's coming out and scoring like 15 points straight. You may do that for one game, but a lot of times for your starting unit, it takes them time to warm up and get into the game. That's with anybody. But I mean, listen, I just want to make this clear. Look, yeah, Zion could demand for the ball a whole lot more. And that is very much true because, he needs to do it a whole lot more. But the identity is like a classic fail. The development of players is horrible in this organization. Nobody's being developed. That's why when players leave, and I know some people do not like when this is said, but when players leave, they're actually doing better. You can take it how you want it, but when players leave the Pelicans, they actually do better. There may be like one or two people who may not be doing so hot out of like 10 or 15, maybe more than that. According to the math, guys are doing so much better once they leave the Pelicans. You know why? First of all, they have other teams have a better identity. They have a better identity. They have a better system. They have better a coaching staff, a better coach, a better organization, better governor. Like right now, if you are compare any type of title within this organization on any level compared to any other organization, because right now the Pelicans are what? I think they did they fall below the Wizards? Did they just fall below them?
We tied with Indiana, I believe. I don't even think the Wizards are as bad as us.
Okay,
it was us in Indiana, right? Oh, the Wizards were worse. I can't keep up. It's just too much for the losing.
But yeah, it is. But if you look at it, look, DC, you know what we did the last time I was on here. What'd you pull up? We pulled up all the coaches. That was just one facet. Really, nothing has changed. It is still the same. It's still the same. But the whole culture of this organization is far from representing the city of New Orleans. And I think everybody can agree there. And I say this all the time. I'm not even from New Orleans, but I know this one thing. The Pelicans are a sorry representation of that city. And I apologize to all of you who live in the city for this crap, because this is a horrible product. This is a horrible product. This is a disgraceful product. It's a smack in the face product. And Borrego, I don't know what he was talking about. Dog, like the supporters of this team have been dealing with this junk for a long time. I don't know where you've been, but this ain't no process. Let me tell you something. OKC has a process. They were dead serious about their process. T-Wolves have a process. The Spurs have a process. Okay? Yeah, you're right. Nothing he was talking about immediate gratification. Yeah, we understand that. Dog, this ain't that situation though. Like they were steadily getting better. They were steadily growing. They were steadily they had a vision and they were steadily working towards that vision, that direction. The Pelicans were never working towards anything. There was no vision. There was no direction. Now you see where OKC where they went and where they are now. Like that if things were done right with the Pelicans, and this just goes to show how every part of an organization has to work in sync and work together. But right now you can clearly see there are different factions within this organization and they don't sync up. This is just awful.
Yeah,
My system went down, so I didn't watch the game, but I watched play by play. I read each play, you know, and
Damn.
I could tell. I could tell just by what I was looking at. I could see what was going on in the game. Probably
yeah,
because I had vision. But
yeah,
go on, BQ.
yeah. It's one of them. Somebody got an echo going on at DCSU. All right, I know it's DC.
Why would it be me? My mic was muted.
No, it wasn't, because I can hear you frying something in the background. I can hear it right now, brother. Anyway,
I'm in the study, man. I ain't got nothing.
you're in the study. You ain't in the hallway, are you? You said you're in the study.
I'm in the study. Yeah.
Okay, my bad. All right. So anyway, yeah. What I was saying was, yeah, Lexus. That's facts. 1,000% facts. Players do go, anywhere and develop. The Pelicans organization is a joke. They don't have any leadership, any guidance. I mean, I like the fact that Joe Dumas is here. He brings some credentials here, but he just got here months ago. And I like the players he selected, and those guys are supposed to complement the stars. Guys that are been here for 5 years or more, and Zion Williams is supposed to be the focal point of the team. Trey Murphy is supposed to be his Robin. He's supposed to benefit from the gravity that Zion has. And yes, you're right. I have seen countless plays where even Peavy would look when Zion standing there wanting the ball, and Peavy would just took the ball right to the cup. And the rookies would just go and get their buckets, without Zion. And he doesn't. And I was thinking about it while he was down. Like, this is a weird situation because the guy is so agreeable to what's going on. They just flow with it. Trey and all these other guys, they flow with it. But I remember, this is old school. Some of them guys, them stars, you would come to blows in a locker room if you don't give them the damn ball. This sort of thing. I remember there was a guy that Jordan played with who was drafted. I forgot what year it was, but Tim Reed, I think was his name. He was one of the best players that came out of Tulane University, and he was a first-round draft pick that year. Chicago took him. He was like a forward, and he came in there, and Jordan asked him for the ball. He, pull up and took the jump shot. Next thing you know, he said he told the story in the locker room. He said Jordan told him, he told him, directly, really straight, don't ever do that again. It kind of threatened the guy. So, the guy is an agreeable personality to a fault, and he doesn't have that, a command, that ego that you want him to have, like, this is my team sort of thing. He just kind of sits back and just lets it go. And it's really crazy because the coach don't play through him. Not like that. He's not considered an A option in my book. They don't play through Zion like that when he's running out there, when he's out there on the court, when he is healthy. They don't play through him. Hell, they certainly don't. There is no priority or pecking order or who operates. It's just like whoever has the ball, that circulate the ball, this type of stuff, which I'm surprised by, because I thought Borrego's offense, even though it is more organized than what we've seen before, but the other things are suffering. We've seen some improvement in some of the offensive things, but the overall intelligence toward the back end of the game and all this kind of stuff. Borrego today on the press conference believes like he's just gotten here. Borrego, you've been here, bro. You've been here for 3 years, man. You've been the offensive coordinator of the team. These guys know you. You've been here for 3 years. It's not like you just walked through the door, even though you're the head coach, but you still have a relationship with the players. So you talking about impatience and all this kind of stuff. No, dog, you've been playing here. Now, I think how many games has Borrego been the head coach of, right? Maybe what 6, 7 games? I forget. It's been a while. Maybe, I don't
Probably
know.
like an 8.
No,
I think they won in 7.
it's more
Somebody
than
posted
that.
10
it, like
games?
7.
Is
I
it?
want to say 8.
How many games, fam? Put it in the chat that Borrego's been there. Okay, Jaden says 8 games. All right, something to that degree. Well, out of those 8 games, I mean, we're not really seeing an overall improvement, not like a half, like the offense is looking a tidbit better and how they operate, but the defense, in spots, and not in full games, in teams that you could beat, they missing stars, you don't beat them. Memphis twice, missing players, you can't take advantage. You can't close games. We got to work on it. All this kind of stuff. We got a guy that's making $39 million in Zion Williamson. They don't play for him. Trey Murphy has a sore elbow.
Just,
You can't.
man, say
Herb
that
Jones
again.
is in and out of Herb Jones is in and out of the lineup constantly, man. Herb Jones missed a few games. He in and out of the lineup, and he been outplayed by Sadiq Bey already, and Herb making money. So a lot of the guys that are supposed to be producing aren't there. What's Jordan Poole's problem? DC, didn't you report that the man?
Some of the squad, man. I guess the muscle must be falling off the bone or something.
Didn't you report this 2 games ago that he was at practice, that he been cleared to practice?
He was at practice. He's shooting around and all that, and then they came out and they said some bullshit about him. He's still not ready for contact. I'm like, when did we come back with the David Griffin? Then it's gonna be next 1-on-1 and 2-on-2 and 3-on-3 shit. Like I don't know, man.
Since he been at practice and cleared.
I just think Gail is getting a check, man, and maybe we are. Maybe the rumors are true. We're just a developmental team. We get generational talents, and they do they 6, 7 years of purgatory here, and they go on and win championships and shit. I don't know at this point, man. It's really, really weird. There's no reason for the Pelicans to have the season they had last year, right? And then you come into the season this year with Willie Green. And also, you had all of these injuries last year, and then we come into this season, and it's the same shit. And then the year before that, you had your 49 win season, and then the year before that, it was the same shit. So it's like, at some point, you just got to be real about the situation, man. My expectations are low. I don't expect anything. At this point, I'm just checking it out to see what it is, and we talk about.
You feel that way, DC, man? Because
that's nothing to expect.
I know, but that's what the problem is.
Well, Lex, I understand that they just put Joe Dumars in there. Like, they can't fix it right now. Like, whatever power that they had in the offseason,
that's why I was saying. Do you know that the organization has been delayed for years? They're years behind schedule because everything has been done so late. And as time, look, and remember I told you, what's the worst thing that can happen? That's what you were asking. You're losing time. Like who in here? Like, so according to the Pelicans' schedule, as far as to rebuild or get this team to actually like get in the playoffs consistently, Utah on the schedule they on, it's looking like it's going to be 100 years. Is anybody here going to be living in 100 years? I'm just asking, because that seriously, that's the schedule that they're on because they're so delayed. Right now, the Pelicans are like 10 years behind. They literally are. Because you're making decisions, you're making financial decisions. You're delayed with that. You're delayed with firings. You're delayed with trading pieces that have warmed out their welcome. Like everything, it's a ripple effect. For every action not taken, there's a reaction. And it's the same thing for every action. There is a reaction. It's the same thing with vice versa. When you don't do anything, that it's a setback. It's a setback. And the thing is, guess what? All those setbacks are piling up. It's years of setbacks, and they're piling up. And it's like, it's a lot of frustration. So when Borrego, when he said that statement, that made absolutely no sense. No sense at all. Because, dude, what are you talking about? Immediate gratification. Supporters are well within their rights for wanting something like now.
No, you got to be patient, Lex. If you're 3-17,
No,
you got to be
the
patient.
patience has been there. You are like, the organization has made so many mistakes. So many mistakes. I feel like the organization has played with even Zion's playing time. How many times we used to say, man, we're waiting for Zion to be unleashed.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. To start the year, he didn't have no minutes restriction. I seen Zion play 35, 36 minutes and
Man,
all that.
they put him on a minute restriction.
After he got hurt, they let
No,
him. They
he
was
was
letting
on
him
a
play.
minute
He got hurt.
looking at his rotations, he looked like he was on a minute restriction.
I mean, you
from the
had the Willie
get-go.
Green rotations, but
They've
they had games
always
where
sucked.
he had 36 minutes, 37 minutes. I've seen it this year.
But it's the way that they're broken up. I
He
need you to
got, but he
understand.
got hurt again. So now we back to the minutes.
No, I'm talking about before then. They were treating him like he was hurt from the get-go, and he wasn't. It's like, and then it's hard to even get him going. It's so hard to get that dude going, man. I mean, it's crazy. And then you see they start going to him during close games and stuff. And by that time, guess what? It's too late. You know what I'm saying? It's too late.
It wasn't too late in the Memphis game. He just didn't have the business.
You know what? I'm sick of all this. This organization really, somebody had mentioned, man, it's time for Zion to go. I do agree, but I'm gonna be honest, this is nothing against the supporters, but they need to let everybody go, because it's like y'all don't care about none of these players. You're not trying to maximize none of these players. They're not being maximized. They're not being utilized correctly. They have no direction. And really, I'm looking at Jeremiah Fears and I'm looking at Derek Queen. And you know what? I fear for them too. Because you know what? They're not being steered. I don't feel like they're being steered in the right direction. I really don't. And right now they're young. But who knows how they're going to end up. I know everybody's excited about them and everything. And look, they're talented guys, but who are they with? Who are they playing for? We know this. I mean, people said the same thing about Trey Murphy and Herb Jones when they first got here, right? And look what happened with them. I don't feel like, I mean, Trey Murphy, man, it's like, he was able to dribble a little bit last season, and now he can't dribble at all. I don't even like when that dude dribbles. But I've actually been turned off by Trey Murphy's game. I really have. And Herb, I don't know what happened to Herb. Herb got all that money and stuff, and
I'm watching Herb, Lex. I honestly think him coming back from the shoulder, I don't think he's right. Because everything that he had or he did, it's like, damn, you can't do nothing right no more. He can't shoot like he could. Even his drives and his Euro step, his little layup, all that shit fucked up. He ain't doing nothing right. I think that shoulder was still bothering him, or maybe he had whatever he hurt with now, the back or the calf. I don't know which one. They just kept coming up with injuries for him.
You know what? The training and performance staff, they stink too. I don't even trust them. I don't trust them people.
I think it's the strength and conditioning staff.
You know what?
Nobody gets stronger. Nobody ever gets better.
Every single department, I got a problem with them. Just like last season. Look, all this losing, it's like, okay, who is working for the organization? None of y'all chicken heads is doing nothing. None of y'all ain't doing nothing. Y'all got these jobs and y'all getting paid for doing nothing.
Joe Dumars and Troy Weaver got their sons on the payroll. I think they're doing something.
Well, they just got there. They had to deal with mess, but they couldn't weed out everybody like they needed to, because Joe Dumars was moving people out. Actually, he gave them a choice, because some people just left. You know, some people just left, but golly, man, I mean, there's so many problems with this organization, man. Like everybody needs to be fired. Everybody needs to be fired, and to salvage these players and their careers, because I do care about, the players as well. I care about the organization, but Lord Jesus, man, how hard is it to look at the blueprint from another successful organization and kind of mimic what they're doing? You have like the 30 teams in the NBA. You have 29 teams. Well, minus a couple. We'll say 27. You say 27 teams. Let me ask you this: how many games? Well, it was just 2 years ago with Detroit. Or was that last season where they were like really bad?
2 years ago. Last season was when they turned it around, and this season they're looking really good.
Okay, yeah, because they like number 1 or number 2 in the East.
A record for losing.
Yeah, they like right there. They right there
around the next year
with OKC as far as their record. I think they got like 2 losses or something.
So it's possible.
I mean,
you get the right people
Detroit
in.
turned they junk around in 2 years. 2.
I mean, they actually got our general manager over there. I'm just saying. I was shooting coach.
When they leave the Pelicans, what happens? If it's a player or somebody who works in the office, what happens? I mean, hey, the truth is in the pudding. You can't lie about this stuff. If you look at everybody's situation after they leave the Pelicans, it's totally different. It's like night and day. Night and day.
All right.
Yeah,
let's get to the Lakers, man. Oh, we gotta come back here tomorrow and do this again. It don't make no sense to fire all our bullets tonight.
Yeah, go ahead into it. We got this one coming up, fam. 3-17 that we are against the Lakers, who are actually pretty good at home. They're 14-4, 6-2 at home. LeBron James is back with him as well. He returned, and they were playing pretty good without him, and they're on a quieter tear. I think the Lakers are winners of 6 in a row. They're sitting on top of the Pacific right now, as the Pelicans are in the cellar where they belong in the Southwest. So here we go with this one. They beat us in mid-November, 118-104. They have several Pelicans that's supposed to return. That'll miss. They said for this game. I doubt it. We'll see what's happening with Trey Murphy, if he'll be back. What happened with Carlo Mekovic, Jordan Poole, we don't know. They have them scheduled to come back tomorrow. That I wouldn't believe that. That's the estimated time.
They've been saying that for like 4 games.
Yeah, 4 games for Poole and Carlo Mekovic. For those guys. So we don't know exactly when they're going to return. And by the way, we don't know if Zion Williamson is going to play on the back-to-back game against the Lakers. He played tonight, which if they still have him restricted, he will more than likely miss the Laker game, which could be this could be a difficult night for the Pels. So maybe Murray comes back. We lose Zion. I don't know how it's going to go, but no matter how it goes, they have to put in a valiant effort.
Murray gonna save the day, huh?
Murray is not scheduled to come back until 2026. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this team, man. They just can't get it right, and it's no accountability. Borrego talked about being proud of their effort and all this kind of stuff, and losses. That sounds like Willie Green speak to me. But anyway, y'all feel free to delve on in and thoughts on this game. Who wins? Why? If they lose, why? Floor is y'all's.
Well, I think we all have come to the same conclusion. Let's see what the matchup indicator got to say. Oh shit, we got 14.6%. That's more than I would have gave us. We all know I'm not gonna be surprised tomorrow. Y'all ain't getting me with this shit. Zion played tonight, so we know Zion not playing tomorrow. We know this, right? Is Trey Murphy's little bitty elbow feeling okay tomorrow? I don't know. But even if he plays, like, it's just gonna be more the same. There's no way they win tomorrow, man. Like, you got the Lakers coming in here, they fully healthy. LeBron is back. We already got cooked last time with no LeBron. Like, they had their way with us. Why would it be any different tomorrow? And you offer back to back. Well, you lost tonight, and I hear everybody in the comments. I feel the same way. Nobody really cared that they lost. They all smiling after the game. You know, you got Jeremiah Fears getting ejected at the end of the game. Obviously upset about it, but like, why would it be any different tomorrow? Like, why? What are they giving the fan base to believe in at all?
Absolutely nothing.
You know, so it's like, we gonna watch, but you know, part of me is like, well, what even is the point? We already know the outcome. So that's all I really got to say about it. And I'm pretty sure we'll come here tomorrow and we're gonna reiterate some of the same points.
Yeah, I concur. Really, I mean, to be honest, I mean, nobody should even come to the arena. They really shouldn't. Because this is an embarrassment. I have a huge problem with this. It's like there's no sense of pride or anything. There's no competitive spirit. There's none of that. I'm not really into, oh, we almost got them, oh, we had the game close and all that stuff. You know what? Like, even if the game is close at the end, yeah, the other team is just going to find a way to pull away because you all don't have, the team doesn't have that extra it factor. It doesn't have that edge, doesn't have, you know,
That's sad. That's sad too, Lex, because it's like,
yeah, it is.
every team does this. It's like every team. It's like,
Yeah, I
damn.
mean, they
Even some teams, we
know.
can't find a way to win in the clutch with some teams.
Because
Nah,
really,
it's like everybody.
I feel like opponent teams are really just toying with the Pelicans. They just get, you know, make it seem like, you know, they make it a game, you know. Yeah, really, I don't feel like the Pelicans are playing their best. I feel like they're playing how they usually play, and a lot of teams are kind of playing down to the competition. Because, you know, when they start turning it on in the third quarter or in the fourth quarter, if the game is close and they have that extra gear, you can tell. Like, I feel like a lot of teams, they're playing down to the Pelicans competition. It's not the Pelicans playing up. And sometimes it does appear like all the Pelicans are playing hard when really it's not. I think, you know, sometimes, you know, I hear people looking at it that way, but it's not really that way. But yeah, I just feel like, you know, the Lakers, they're gonna smell blood. They're gonna pray, PREY, on the Pelicans, and they're gonna get the W. I think the Pelicans they'll, you know, make it interesting, maybe for 2 quarters. They'll have it close, have a tie game, maybe, all that good stuff, you know, similar to what we saw on tonight. But as far as the end result, you know, it's going to be much of the same. You know, like, all this stuff that they're dealing with is not going to, it's not going to change overnight. You know, this is like, we're just seeing much of the same thing, you know, every single night. And really, it's like playing Russian roulette if the Pelicans do win. It really is. So, I mean, that's just my take on it. I'd like to say that, hey, yeah, you know what, the Pelicans are going to get the win, but, you know, we know we can't lie to ourselves. I mean, we can't do that.
Oh yeah, we're not gonna do that, man. We've been through a lot of storms as the supporters of this team, man. All the way from the
Hey,
Hornets
hold
to
up.
the Pelicans, man.
What you mean, Ben? We still going through a storm right now.
I'm speaking historically speaking, but there have been some
Goddamn
success.
storm going on right
That's
now.
what but that this speaks about it, DC. About I'm talking
Category 5 right now. Shit.
This a compliment to the faithful of what they have to be able to go through, and we've had success in between some of this stuff. Not as much success as we should have been because these people operate this team different than a business. It's like a mom and pops type structure. I've known that for years, how they operate with people they like and not as in terms of results. So if you're a person that's very likable, they'll hold on to you past where they're supposed to hold on to you. That's not how you're supposed to do business in the NBA. Like it's a results driven business. If you don't win, you got to go. And also another problem is they don't issue, like, I'm not going to say ultimatums, but you have to have directives that for when you hire people, you got to make sure they stay on code with what they're doing so that if they don't earn extra contracts, extra years when they don't deserve them. And that's what kind of people we had here. We had people who weren't operating that way, and we were hiring people from organizations we shouldn't have hired from. If you like the success of certain teams, then you would then go to those organizations and hire people from within those organizations to run your organization or establish the culture of winning. Problem with the Pelicans, they don't have a culture. That's the issue. They don't have a culture. They don't have an identity. They're just playing ball. They're just out there playing ball. They don't have anything to play for. It's like, okay, we plan for a trophy. But what's the plan and how we get there? How are we supposed to get there? You know, because you're not going to beat these other teams that have an identity that fight harder than you do. So we got to tell you to fight hard or think or to cover the back door to make sure guys don't get there, not to ball watch, to not backpedal up there, to actually full sprint and getting the coverage before you take these stupid ass 3-point shots, allow somebody to get up under the basket for an offensive rebound, how to be more fundamental and hit foul shots at a high clip, how to offensive rebound, all this stuff, the fundamentals is not entrenched. These things are not coded things in the mind of the Pelicans, and too much failure is, too much excuse making is. What Borrego said today sound like Willie Green, and it felt like Willie Green's bullshit. And that's what I'm saying. These coaches on this staff, they're not pushing these players hard enough. They're not.
No, they're
And
not.
we see these other guys, they're not, I don't know how they study in film, but they're not studying the way I see all these breakdowns happening. And basketball not supposed to be that incredibly complicated. These guys getting paid a lot of money, and we can't do it. I don't understand how the head coach, as smart as he is, don't understand to play through a pecking order in terms of his player talents. If we playing Zion Williams almost $40 million, y'all. He's making 39 plus million this season. And you mean to tell me you letting the rookies, you making the rookies are bringing the ball up and going and making layups while he's just running along the baseline? I mean, seriously?
They still see Zion as a power forward. You know, Zion doesn't even have the ball in his hands.
Well,
you know what? Zion makes me hate the corner of the court. I literally
Zion shouldn't be on.
Has Zion ever taken a corner three?
Just put an
he shouldn't be in the corner
on those corners. Like, I'm like, dog. Like, what is going on? And I don't know. I kind of feel like they just put him down there, and it's like he's not a threat down there. Like, he's not a threat. Like, everybody and their mama know that.
Well, and also and you're right. A lot of this stuff we said this for years, man. Our message has been steady about the Pelicans, has been real about the Pelicans the whole time. The whole fiasco they've destroyed this season. These people are what they are right now. They're 3-17. They so far in the hole. They below hell.
Hey,
people are below.
Just a second. I gotta address this.
They're gonna climb out of this hole, and they still playing basketball this way. Go ahead, Lex. We're gonna say that, and we're gonna get ready to roll.
KB 368. If you feel like Zion is stealing money, I need you to really dig deep on that, because let me tell you something. Gail is the one who's stealing money. Okay? She's the bigger fish. Man, look, it ain't Zion. I know everybody want to focus on the player, But dog, she's doing a horrible job, and she the ringleader. She the alpha to all this crap. So instead of gearing it towards Zion, dog, you need to be looking at Gail, because Gail is doing a horrible job. Her and Tweedledee, you know who Tweedledee is, right? That's her her right hand dude. What's his name? Lucius Lauscher or whatever.
Lauscher, Dennis Lauscher.
Yeah,
the president of Pelican basketball,
yeah,
by the way.
Yeah, dog, you need to be looking at them. But I'm not trying to hear that, because they doing the real stealing. They stealing from supporters. They taking away our hope. They using this thing as a piggy bank. Like, let's target and say the right people, because that's what the problem is. It ain't Zion. Like, God, hey, you know what? His agent is doing what they're supposed to be doing. The people who are running the organization, it's them.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. It's not. I would say it's not hard, fam. But you know what you need to do. Like, if you want a culture of winning, you go to, like, an example like OKC. Go to OKC. They got executives that's been up under that guy for years. You get one of those guys. If it's San Antonio or Boston or whatever winning organization, Miami, whatever it is, there are guys that knows how the system works, and they have the embedded in their mindset of how organization is supposed to work. You get a guy from that organization, you put him in control of your team, you give him free operation, a roam to be able to go and get his coach. That coach then sets the culture of the team. You get a disciplinarian coach with credentials. Then you go about the business of establishing the respect, the culture, the mindset, the identity of the team. The problem with the Pelicans is these guys smiling on the side because the culture is bullshit. They got it's not a positive culture, which contributed to a 3-win team. And these people have the talent to win. And even when they have some of these guys available, they're still losing these games. They're losing games to teams that, like the Memphis game to start the year off, when more than, half their reserves was missing. The second time around, they didn't even have Morant. Still lost the game. We lost the game to other teams, missing their people and their personnel, and they can't complete and finish off the game. They can't hit free throws consistently. They don't, they go down and shoot. They don't even set up their offense correctly. They jacking up 3-pointers from all over the place. It's just too much going on. And Borrego was supposed to kind of balance it off. And he is a really intelligent offensive mind, but the defense suffers. You see them having efforts, but they can't, for whatever reason, put together a full game. I thought tonight they could have. It felt like for 3 quarters they were going to go into the fourth quarter and finish the deal. They were right there with the Golden State Warriors, who without Steph Curry tonight, and they couldn't put it away. And that's in the mindset of this team. They expect to fail. They don't have anything that supplants that. You cannot think about changing the culture if you sounding like the guy that you just fired. You can't have that. Well, I'm proud of these guys and losses and all this kind of bullshit. Yeah. Pride ain't got nothing to do with it. No loss, dog. It's all about the effort to win. You need to win. Ain't no pride and no loss, man. What are you talking about? We don't want to hear that, because, and don't come up here with no attitude talking about people being impatient, Borrego. They're impatient because your fucking team is 3-17, bro. You got a guy, Zion Williamson, who's basically out of the door. This is a year where they're supposed to figure out what they have with Fears, and Queen could work with him. These guys have reached their maturity levels, regardless or not. With Zion Williamson doesn't even have a mid-range shot. Zion Williamson does not have a mid-range shot. All he is a power brute that he forces his way inside. That's what he is. He is not a complete player this far along in his development. I mean, that is really interesting that guy does not have a consistent mid-range shot, and they back up and give him five or more feet. I done seen at times when they give him 10 feet and they pack the rim and then he goes right to him. Like, dog, what? No, raise up and take the wide open jump shot. Raise up. And it's not just post Zion, it's other players too. But in the end, the coaching, the ownership, It's not a culture of winning. They expect to fail, and that's why they're 3-17 and 1-8 on the road. They can't win in their own building, and all this pride talk. Nix the pride talk. Nix all of this stuff about being proud of efforts, and you keep losing. You cannot be proud of no losses. You can't. In efforts and losses, what are you talking about? They did not complete the game. They didn't play a full game. That's when you compliment them on effort. But that's what I was saying, man, about these people. When we kind of laughed about it when I talked about Herb Jones being infected, because Herb wasn't like that when he first started. Herb was a dog. He wasn't playing like that.
Yeah.
He getting outplayed by Sadiq Bey. Sadiq Bey is outplaying Herb Jones. He's more durable than Herb Jones. But the guys that have the money, they're not here. Jordan Poole, I don't know what his problem is. He's been missing ever since he got into it with Willie Green and all this kind of stuff. I don't know what's going on with that injury. I don't know what's happening with these people. All I know is that this team got a shitload of excuses about losing these games, and people are tired. The flock is tired. Like, why we can't win and learn? We can we got to settle for lose and learn it. We can't win and learn. We can't win. We can't out effort and put together a full.
Appreciate the full 99.
Go for it, DC.
From Monopoly, Maine. Appreciate you, bro. What's up, fam? This is Cajun Strider, known as Monopoly, Maine. Mm-hmm. I keep telling people, vote with your wallet, but I think it's too late. Sunk cost fallacy.
Get the money out. Stay cool. Nobody gets hurt. Take the money out. All of it. Come on. You're wasting my time now. Come on.
Yeah, I don't think it's a such thing as sunken cost fallacy, Monopoly, man. I think voting with your wallet would always get you the results you want, but at this point, man, people haven't showed up to games, right? I'm pretty sure they're not buying the merch like they would want to. But the Skeleton jerseys are fire. So I know some people probably done brought the Fears and the Queen jerseys, right? Can you imagine you wearing that with your girl? Fears, Queen, whatever. But how long will the doing it with your wallet have to go on, man? That's the thing. I think it would have to be something that would have to be sustained over multiple seasons for it to really get through, because they come here, they set up shop, and we got a party city. So even if the people in the city don't go, you got so many tourists that'll still support on some level, just because they're already in New Orleans and there's something to do, So I think it'll have to be something that be sustained over multiple years to get through. And at this point, I don't think it matters this season, because we all knew that it was a messed up season, keeping Willie Green going into it. I don't think anybody anticipated it being this bad, but you already knew you was starting from behind the 8 ball, and there ain't no modern money gonna fix that. So you just got to keep going through it, taking your medicine. Hopefully DeJounte gets back and he balls out, and we could trade him for something and see what we looking for moving towards the future. Because at this point, even if they were when we were, I guess, a little optimistic about them getting back in the playing race, which they still could do that bullshit, they're not going to do nothing this year anyway. Even if they make a playoff game, it'll still be for nothing. They won't do anything. And unless something miraculous happens, they got the same loser tendencies and just unambitious play under James Borrego as they did under Willie Green. So we need a serious culture adjustment, and I don't think it's going to happen this season, regardless of people not paying or not. People paying or not paying.
DC, I will say this. It don't matter who this team trades. Like,
next season, next season.
No, it don't. And next season, you know what? It's probably still gonna be with the same.
They gotta win a little bit, Lex, to at least keep the illusion going.
No, this is like they basically like had a rollover from last season into this season. You know about the
They kept the
rollover
same
minutes,
coach and the same culture.
but you know about the rollover minutes. That's basically what's happened. This is like a reflection of last season, and
Damn,
everybody
Slim
was
Salt.
thinking. Everybody, seriously, what's changed?
Yep.
It's beginning to look a lot like last season. You know what I'm saying? I mean, literally, it is. Like nothing has changed. I mean, yeah, you changed. Willie's gone, but the residue is still here. That the losing culture and mentality is still here. You still have his bum coaching staff. Borrego clearly was not it. After 2 games, I actually saw, I'm like, wow. So Willie Green was doing the Borrego thing because Borrego's doing the same thing. That was it. So what we saw against Dallas, what was that, 2 years ago, Big Q?
Yeah, a couple
Okay.
years ago, I'm saying.
Yeah. So what we saw against Dallas, man, that was one game that we saw the so-called Borrego offense. And we've been going off of that one game for this long.
You fell
Only to
in love with
see
the
now that
adjustment, huh?
Borrego is in charge. It's like, dog, this looks a lot like what Willie was doing.
Now,
There's
I will say one thing
not a
about
huge
Borrego though,
difference.
Lex. Borrego, I think in some aspects, with a Jordan Poole, with a DeJounte Murray, I think it does look different. Based off of what I've seen him in the past, he likes his guards, and outside of
You know
Fears,
what?
we
I'm not
ain't
feeling
really got nothing. I'm not. Look, I don't want him. He's he's not doing a good job coaching right now. But I'm just saying, based off of his history, he always
No,
had
you as good as your last hit. That dude is garbage.
he always had a good rapport with guards. Like his thing was always guards, and we don't have none right now. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying
I'm not gonna
he's gonna
say
be
we
some
don't have
ultimate
none.
You know
coach.
what?
They got he can
We
work. He
got
got this
fears,
work
and that's
with,
it,
bro.
bro. We
I
got
mean,
fears.
Fears is somebody you can work
That's
with,
it.
bro. Come on,
Borrego's history
you
is
can
He a
work.
rookie. He a rookie
let
though,
me
and I
tell
mean
you
that's
But
something.
it.
you
Right
can work
now,
with him, bro. He ain't nothing. He's
Borrego,
not. Don't say he's not nothing.
No. I don't mean like that. Fears is playing. Fears is playing damn good for a rookie, bro. But I'm just saying that ain't enough. Like Borrego had multiple guard sets. He did the whole 3 guard bullshit and all of that, and he had success with it. I'm just saying his thing has been with good guard play.
Okay.
With
Well,
Jordan
okay.
Poole, if you had Jordan Poole, DeJounte Murray, Fear, I think it looks different as far as his offense.
you know what? At this point, seeing is believing, and we ain't seen nothing.
Well, I mean, we ain't got the guard, so we ain't gonna see
No,
till we
well,
get out there.
you know what? But what do you have? Okay, NBA coaching is about making adjustments.
We got a Zion that's like having a Hulk because
But they
it's
ain't
like the
using him.
Avengers. They ain't know how to use him for a
He's
while.
not even being
Same
utilized.
shit.
It literally, actually, it looks worse. He's not even being utilized. Like he might as well just not be out there, man. Just sit him down the whole time because you're not going to use him. You're not going to utilize him. You just want Zion right under the basket. Like that's not even his strength. Zion's biggest strength is getting downhill, north and south. We've seen that a few times, a few plays, and be like, oh wow, it's successful, and then you go away from it. That is absolutely crazy. Where have we seen that before? Oh, hey, when Willie
Yeah.
Green was here.
Yeah, it's gonna take. I agree with y'all. It's gonna take. We got a clean house with these coaches. They don't really contribute much of anything. They just have most of them have
They
dead
don't
up there
develop
anyway.
either.
Yeah, these
don't
guys.
develop.
Yeah, they have dead up there, man. Watching them on there, and I just think that yeah, you got to get rid of a lot of these guys, because I know if you're gonna bring in a coach, if she pays for a guy that's $10 million or more would be a franchise breaking thing. To play, and you got them available if it's Malone or one of these guys that'll take this team and iron them out and build them into something tough and have them competing, and make them respectable. Because I guarantee you, most of these guys that he got on his staff as assistant coaches won't make it on that team, man. Like most of these guys would have been fired to start the year off if Gail didn't get in the way and meddle like she lied and said she didn't. But it's just one of these things that we continue to suffer through. And like I said, you got rid of David Griffin one off season, and then we had to fight to get this other clown out of here. So it's just these people incredibly stupid, man, incredibly blind to what's happening with this team, and it's just really getting old. And then of course, DC, listen, and Lex, listen to this. I do think that's the sunk cost fallacy thought process is accurate, because people do exhibit these qualities. And I just want to show you the definition of it. For sunk cost fallacy, it's the phenomenon whereby a person is reluctant to abandon a strategy or a course of action because they have invested heavily in it, even when it's clear that the abandonment would be beneficial. And an example of a sunk cost fallacy would be finishing a terrible movie because you already paid for the ticket, or continuing to repair a car that keeps breaking down because you've already invested a lot of money into it. So that's an example of it. Or, as DC mentioned in sports terms, continuing to support the New Orleans Pelicans. Sunk cost fallacy. I think that's valid. All right. So with that being, shout out to you, Monopoly Man, for that. And big ups to the fam, man. We appreciate y'all tonight on the stream, man. We shall be back tomorrow night with the recap of the Pelicans and Lakers game. We don't know if Zion's going to play. We don't know if Trey Murphy's going to play. Estimated timeline do have these guys returning, Poole and Carlo and all these guys back for tomorrow, but that's not verified. So we'll have to wait until tomorrow to see who's on there. So with that being said, man, listen, y'all do us a service by hitting the like button. Y'all do that for us. Hit that like button. And if you're listening on X, y'all do us a service and retweet, and retweet again, Pelican Post Game Report. We appreciate y'all, guys. With that being said, man, we're going to get on out. And hey, man, we'll be back tomorrow night to recap. Much love. Peace. And go Pels.
You're listening to the Pelicans Post-Game Report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. Ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best, show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's up, then don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumpin' where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the ref just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever.
Hey, New Orleans! Whether you're catching up on Saints news at Jackson Square, checking Pelicans scores in the Garden District, or staying updated on LSU while grabbing coffee in the French Quarter, there's one place that keeps you connected to everything that matters in our city. From Bourbon Street to the Superdome, from Preservation Hall to the riverfront, New Orleanians are staying in the know with thewhodatdaily.com. Your daily source for Saints, Pelicans, LSU, and all the sports, music, and culture that makes our city special. At work downtown, at a game in the Dome, or just relaxing by the Mississippi, wherever life takes you in the Big Easy, you can stay connected. Because when you're from New Orleans, you don't just live here. You stay in the NO. That's stay in the know. Visit thewhodatdaily.com and never miss what matters most to Who Dat Nation. Stay in the NO, you stay in the know.
Welcome to the Pro Shop, where we create authentic NOLA-inspired clothing for men, women, and children. From Saints jerseys to Pelicans gear, everything's crafted right here in New Orleans. Whether you're shopping the Pro Shop, the Pel Shop, or the Pro Shop Kids, we've got your whole family covered with genuine merchandise that represents our city's spirit. Check for links in the description section below or in